welcome back. Hi everyone. We are starting off today with a makeover video of the very, I think these guys are slightly less iconic than some of the other families in The Sims 4. But this is the BFF household. 3 roommates, if you don't know, who all live in Willow Creek together in the kind of starter area. I can't think of what the name is of that area. Is it Foundry Cove or something like that? But we're giving these guys a makeover. All of the base game sims are all in need of makeovers, so these guys were next on the list, and I actually really enjoyed doing these guys. I have done them before with no CC, so I will upload their no CC version to the gallery for you if you would prefer no custom content. But this is the CC versions, and I did still start off with a base, with the base sim, so I didn't start off with the already makeovered no CC version, so they will look slightly different. But anyway, this is Travis. I feel like he really needed an update. This guy is meant to have both Summer and Liberty into him, and he was the most I don't even know what to describe him as, the most average looking guy. I don't know, he looked really just not what you'd think 2 women would be after at the same time kind of fighting over. I don't think they're fighting over him, I just think maybe they don't really acknowledge that the other is into him as well. But I try to go for a more pop punk vibe for Travis. So I looked at their My Sims characters. They originally are from the My Sims game, so I kind of wanted to bring that back just a little bit. I don't want to base it completely off of their My Sim characters, because obviously that's a very different art style game as well, so it's kind of hard to translate that over. But he had on this t-shirt that had like the British flag on it, the United Kingdom flag, and he had a long sleeve white t-shirt on underneath it, you know, that kind of like 2000s punk vibe. And then he had like baggy trousers, and he had spiked up hair. So I wanted to channel it without making it the exact same. So I do give him some tattoos. He's got this like chest and neck piece going on. And I think he's got an arm one as well on the like bicep. And I did really like this t-shirt for him actually, but I didn't know if it was maybe a bit too much on the punk side with the rips in it. So I don't think I end up going for it. Maybe I do. No, I don't think I do. But that's the vibe, the t-shirt with the long sleeve underneath. I do really actually end up liking how Travis ends up. He does get some piercings as well. He gets an eyebrow piercing, and did I keep the lip piercing? I think I kept the lip piercing. Either way, it's very fun. I like this more, I don't know, what would you describe this? A more obvious style, whereas before he had that like awful Argyle sweater on and just like the worst jeans in the world. So I do give them all a few outfits, a few everyday outfits as well. So they should hopefully, when you see them around in the world, cycle through outfits so they're not wearing the same thing all the time. That's what I hope anyway. But I do give him this more comfy outfit because I do make him a gamer. He is a... I can't remember what that aspiration's called. Is it... It's not WizKid. That's the kid version. Anyway, he's a techie guy. He's a bit geeky. So, and he is self-assured, which is why I gave him a bit more of a style. I thought someone that's self-assured would be a bit more confident in their fashion choices. So he does get a little office in his house. Well, at the moment, I have already made their house, and it is a lot smaller than their original house. But they do still all live together. But it's no CC again. So I want to go back in and I want to add a bunch of CC into it and kind of redesign the interior, because I feel like we just need more. It just needs to look a bit more lively. It looks very empty, I think. But he does get a little office space into... I put it in his wardrobe, like into a built-in kind of like American style wardrobe with the actual actual doors on it, rather than a built-in cabinetry. Does that make sense? I think I'm making sense. So he basically ripped out his wardrobe and put his desk in there. So I imagine he streamed, and he'll stream in there. Yeah, I really like the way Travis came out. I think this makes it more obvious to me why two women would be into him. Especially two women of very different styles themselves. Summer and Liberty both seem very different to each other. And I feel like for them to both be into the same guy, there's got to be some kind of reason, right? I think, anyway. So I feel like he's giving that off more now. I also give him a bit of body hair and facial hair. I feel like he just looked really young, and I wanted him to look a little bit older. Not by much, but just I wanted him to look like a young adult, kind of coming into himself a bit more. Oh, I hate those trousers. Okay, no, that's better. I really hoped I didn't keep those. Now I'm looking back at it again. I'm not as keen on his first outfit. Maybe I'll go back and change it a little bit. Maybe I'll give him these trousers, these like black with the contrasting seams, because I feel like it's not as punk as his other outfits. I always find this when I do give someone a makeover, their first outfit, you'll see this, I do this with Liberty and Summer as well. Their first outfit is never great. And then I get further in. I'm sorry if you can hear that siren. So their first outfit ends up not being that great. And then I get further in to other outfits and I find their style a bit more and what I want to go for with them, and then I go back to the first outfit again and change it up completely. So I didn't actually go back and change his first outfit, weirdly, but I think I might. I do with Summer and with Liberty. I give them both a first outfit, and then as I get further in I then go back and change it because it's not quite the right style for them. But I do want to just point out on this outfit, or maybe the outfit before, one of his hot weather outfits, I give him this chain accessory on his shorts, and I do it for a reason, so it might look a bit out of place, but I do have a reason for it. So I imagine, okay, I think I'm putting it on here, this thing right here with all the charms. I imagine Liberty enjoys making jewelry, and I 100% imagine she made this for Travis. Like, she saw that he wears those like belt chains So she made him one, and I think it'd be really cute if he wore it. I think he would really like it, and I think he'd enjoy wearing it. So I do make sure to give him an outfit that goes with his chain from Liberty. I do try and bring that into her outfits as well. Not the chain specifically, but just the fact that I think she enjoys making jewelry. But we'll get to that when we get to her. Travis is almost done anyway. Already. But yeah, now I'm looking at it, I'm really not as keen on that first outfit. I like it on him, I just don't think it suits the rest of his outfits. I really like this top though. The like vest with the pixel dinosaur on it. I think that's really cute. I wanted to give him punk but also comfy gamer vibes. Oh, I did keep the lip piercing. Nice. I do enjoy the lip piercing. I like it very much. Oh, and he even gets a little hat with this outfit. I think I even give him a scarf too. I recorded this a week ago now, I think, by this point. So I'm like learning for the first time again with you. I remember for the most part the outfits, but I can't remember the individual, you know, like little accessories and stuff. But that looks great. I love it. Not to compliment myself, but I do like his cold weather wear. We do move on to Liberty next. So I think Liberty was the one that I enjoyed the most out of this. 100% Liberty was the most I enjoyed. I also found this swatch on those trainers that are like, look worn, like a worn white color. Like he loves them. So I gave him for quite a few of his outfits because I thought it's just a nice touch that you see him a lot in the same shoes, and that's why they're really kind of worn down, but he really likes those ones. So yeah, this is Travis. This is the new and improved, much more reasonable to have two women after him, you know? I think anyway. I think he would just give off BDE because he's just confident in what he wears and stuff. I think the women would like that. So this is our girl Liberty. I felt like, I think she is the one that changed the most. I wanted to try and keep them all looking like themselves, obviously, because I want them to be recognizable as their characters. But I think Liberty is the one that I changed the most because her features seemed so disproportionate to her face. Her face seems really wide and really short. And then her features, like her eyes and her nose and her lips, seem really small and like puckered. So I felt like she just needed the most work, but she still, I think, looks like Liberty. I think if you saw her, you'd say, oh, that's Liberty Lee. I hope anyway. I could be totally talking out my ass, but I think so. I do play around with her skin tone actually quite a bit because I took a bit more inspiration from her My Sims character. So her original skin tone, I just thought it was really yellow, like unnaturally yellow. So I think this is the skin tone I end up going for. So it's a bit warmer and quite a bit darker, a few tones darker. But this is more like her My Sims character. And I think I keep her lip shape and stuff. I think I just widened her mouth slightly and we just changed her eyes. But I tried to keep the same features. And then her hair took a while. All of their hairs took me a while actually to find the right one. But then I find this really cute, almost shaggy haircut, I want to say. Maybe not shaggy, but very floaty it seems. And it really suits her, so we do go for that. I did really like these like looped pigtails though. They were a contender for a while. yeah, I really prefer her features here. She just needed evening out a bit. I felt like she looked a bit disproportionate. This is the hair I go for. Oh, isn't that so nice? Like, it looks so low effort, but still really, really good on her. So again, I do change this first outfit later. I think I come back to it right at the end. So don't get attached to this outfit, just as a pre-warning. I do go back and change it. So I also changed all of their body presets. I gave Liberty a very petite shape. I imagined her as really slim, not very curvy. I don't know why, I just feel like she gave that vibe. I think she suited it. And then we give her more of a boho dress style. Not in this outfit. Not in this outfit, but the next one, she gets more of her boho style. And then I do end up going back as well at the end and adding in a lot more bracelets and necklaces and stuff. But yeah, this outfit gets thrown out the window later. I did also make her really short. I don't know, she just gave me that vibe. I think where she was so petite, I think she just gave me shorter vibes. I love this cardigan. That voice break was crazy, but I do really love this cardigan. I think it's so cute. Especially with like the crop top underneath and the straps coming out with it kind of hung off the shoulders. So this, yeah, here is where I start being like, ooh, the long skirt, the more boho-y skirts are so cute on her. So I end up going with this one with these like pearl details. I thought she'd make that, you know, like a little pearl belt or something. Belly chain or whatever you want to call it. It was so cute. So she ends up with this skirt. And this is where I'm like, oh, this is her style. She's speaking to me now. We can work with this. So she is super colourful because in her original Sims 4 character, she is very colourful. She wears like really bold colours and she wears patterned jeans, which I hate to say it, but I almost kept the patterned jeans, yellow floral jeans in her cold weather wear with this jumper. You'll see it later. I really almost kept it, but I went with the spirit of it and did give her some different ones. But oh, I'm adding the jewelry now. I thought I added it later, but I really love this almost, I don't want to say kiddie, but like, okay, maybe kid core, should I say, necklace. I just felt like that was really her. And that's why I think she really enjoys all those charms and stuff as well that she gave to Travis. I can 100% see her being one of those people. I follow this girl on Instagram that does this. But they make the, I don't know what the style name is. Is it, I don't know what the style is. But basically she uses this, like, not sealant. What's it called? It looks like icing, but it's not. It dries and like solidifies. But I'm gonna call it icing for this purpose. And she uses it to create designs on things like iPad cases, phone stands, hairbrushes, things like that. And then she puts these massive charms all over it and like sticks them into the icing, and it looks so cute. So cute. She does a bunch of different like characters and stuff. Maybe if I can find it, I'll put up a little picture of the thing that I'm thinking of on the screen for you. But that's what I imagine she makes. I 100% see her doing that and like customizing everything she owns. I think that would be so cute. I do also see her as a gamer as well, because she's also a geek. She's also a, what is this one? A nerd brain? I can never remember the name of the aspirations. She's also a bookworm and she's kind of clumsy. I don't know, I just love her whole vibe. I think she's so cute. Maybe it's because I relate to her the most. I am a bookworm, I am a bit of a geek, I am really clumsy, and I do love a good hobby. So I think this is why I associate with her the most out of these guys. I'm also really colourful. I enjoy wearing a lot of colour. I enjoy a lot of colour in my house. So I think that's why I enjoyed her the most, to be honest. But either way, I love her. She's amazing. I really actually want to play with these guys. I think it would be fun. So the other thing that I thought of as well is I'm wondering whether we should make their parents and their families and put them around the Sims world. Whether it's Willow Creek, we could do Willow Creek, but we could also do maybe Travis's parents are in Newcrest. Do you know what? I've just thought of this because I was going to ask you guys what you thought their lore is. Like, how did they all come together to end up roommates? Do you think it's they knew each other at school or college, or do you think maybe they knew each other growing up? Or was it more of a ad in the paper kind of thing and they just kind of got together by chance? But I just thought of, I 100% think Travis and Summer's parents, obviously they're not related, but their parents separately, maybe both live in Newcrest, and maybe they were raised kind of in the same area and knew each other a lot growing up, so they're at all the same like like community barbecues and things like that. And maybe they were kind of raised together, and then maybe Liberty was more of the ad in the paper girl and she joined last. But I think that could be actually a really cute story, that maybe those guys have known each other for ages and that's why Summer likes Travis, because I feel like they don't really have anything in common. But maybe if they were raised together, that there's more of a pre-established bond. Maybe that's how we work this. Maybe we do make their families. I don't have to make them into a video. I could do that, off camera and just kind of put them in, and maybe we'll make them a house. We'll make their family homes. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm actually getting into this idea a lot. I love this idea, especially if you want to play with these guys, because I think it just makes it more realistic that they'd be getting calls from their family asking how they are and like being like, oh, please come over, we haven't seen you in ages, and maybe having holidays like with their families. I just think it creates more depth, more drama, more everything, I just think I think it's cute. I think that'll be a good idea. I'll have to maybe come up with what kind of people I think their families are going to be before I kind of make them. And then I'll make them and pop them in. I definitely think they're in Newcrest. Okay, so here are the jeans. I feel like I've just talked all over Liberty's portion of this video. Here are the jeans that she has originally. And I put her in this like really oversized jumper with little bows on the arms, and this one, and I'm like, oh my god, this actually looks so cute with these jeans. I really like them. But I didn't think she'd be a skinny jean gal. Personally, I feel like she's more floaty. So I end up giving her these jeans, these like baggier jeans, and I put them in the purple and like yellow and green striped. I think that was giving those yellow jeans, but in a new way, in more of a Liberty way. So she does end up with those jeans and some like chunky green trainers, which I love. So this is the outfit that I go back to, and I end up giving her this as her first outfit. So baggy jeans, some trainers, and this cute jumper and tank top situation. I love the colours on that. But here she is. This is the finished Liberty. I think she's adorable. I love everything she wears. I would wear all of these things. just think she's amazing. I love her so much. And I 100% think these guys deserve a house makeover just to fit with their vibe a bit more. But she is so cute. I love the party outfit. Oh, it's my favorite. Absolute favorite. But we are going to head into Summer now. She is our last girl on this list. And she had a little bit of a rough start, but she didn't take too long to fix up. She just needed those eyes changing and her mouth to kind of tweak a little bit. And she actually ends up looking very elven. She looks very elfish when I start giving her hairs and stuff. But she definitely has obviously more of a sporty style. She's very athletic. What else is she? Is that friendly? I think that's friendly and cheerful. So I reckon she's one of those people that just gets on with everyone. That she's so nice. Everyone just loves to get on with Summer, you know. Maybe that's how these three came together. Because Summer's just so nice to everyone. That even though Travis and Liberty just aren't really like into the same thing Summer is, that's how they get on. It's just because Summer's just so nice. She doesn't care what you're into. You know, maybe that's how. But anyway, Summer has definitely more of a sporty vibe. She ends up with a, oh my goodness, my voice is gone. She ends up with a kind of white and blue color scheme. I kind of stick to that because I know that's what she has originally, and I kind of wanted to keep that a little bit. I think it's very cute. So she does end up with a white and blue color scheme. She gives, I think every time you end up with someone that's like this, very blonde, very blue-eyed, I always end up giving them blue color scheme. I think just because it's very Cinderella, isn't it? It's very iconic. And she really suits it. She really suits the color scheme, so she sticks with it. This is the hair that we end up going for. This like half up, half down, straight hair. I think it's really cute. I think it frames her face really nicely. And we again do pick an outfit that gets changed later. So the first outfit, please ignore. Don't get attached. Don't love it because it goes. I hate to tell you this, but it does go. I think it gets replaced with something even better. So we shall see though. But I think Summer was the hardest for me to do. I don't really know why. I think I don't know why she was the hardest for me to do. I just struggled with her a bit more. But she does end up very cool. So the one thing that I do think I might come back and change later on Summer is her body preset. I gave all of them different body presets because I think it just looks a bit more realistic on The Sims to give them a custom body preset and then just adjust them. But this one I liked for her because it was a bit more square, or a bit more rectangular, should I say, and broader shouldered, and still looks like she works out a lot, you know. I did give her like an ab overlay on her stomach because I thought that suited her. But it makes her trousers sit really weird. I'm looking at it and it's like raising the sides on her hips really high and it makes it look really strange. So I might have to change her preset and see if I can find one that I can adjust to give this kind of vibe without it messing with her hips too much. But this we're already on the second outfit already because I think I cut out a lot of the first one because we change it anyway. But I really liked this top. I don't think I've ever put it on one of my Sims before, and I loved that bright cobalt blue color with the zip. So it's kind of giving off to the club, not the club. Well, the club, yes, but not the club I think you're probably thinking of. I'm thinking of like the golf club or the tennis club, you know. not partying drinking club. I changed it. Oh, that's a shame. Do I go back to it? I think maybe I'll go back to it. I do like it with these shorts too. Please tell me I go back to it. I think I do. I hope I do. If not, I think I'm going to go back and change it because I really like that top. But how cute are these shoes? They're like these Adidas type shoes, but with a ribbon shoelace that goes up the leg. Oh, so cute. I love these. So I did try to give them to her for a few outfits because they were really adorable. We're already on the third outfit. I think I'd give her just a little, almost like a little tennis dress with some cute shoes. I don't really change her hair up much, I realise. I think it's mostly when she gets into her athletic wear that I change up her hair and we put it in some braids and stuff. Yes, this is the dress that we keep. I think it's super cute and just a bit fun without being too much. It still looks really casual. Oh, I changed the shoes. Do I? I don't know. Maybe. Yes. That's a shame. But I think I give it to her for some others anyway, so. I feel like Summer maybe, in terms of what sport she enjoys, I hadn't fully decided. Oh, here's her new first outfit instead. I give her this, like, I guess it's like a football jersey, American football jersey that's cropped. And then I just give her some, like, baggy jeans, I think, with some chunky trainers. I think, yes. Yeah. Do you see what I mean by the hips, like, pulling up the texture on the jeans? I'm really not keen on it. I would rather it be either straight or just have a little bit of a curve. But that seems really extreme, so I'm probably going to go in and change that. Either way, what was I saying? I was saying about her sport that I think she enjoys. I'm not entirely sure. It's between tennis. I feel like she looks like she'd play tennis. Oh, I do keep the blue top. I love that. So I think it's between tennis, maybe swimming, maybe cross country. Is that the term? Can you tell I'm not a sport person? Like triathlon type thing. Maybe she bikes and runs, cross country. But I think she's definitely one of those girls that goes running every morning and like has those running sunglasses and stuff and wears those vests with her like water in it and stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about? I only know this because my mum loves to run. She runs really frequently. She runs like 4 times a week or something like that. So I'm not a runner by any means. I don't think I know how to run. I can't run. Let's just put it that way. But I think Summer enjoys a good morning run, like before sunrise kind of run. And she gets back and like Liberty's only just coming out of her bedroom and Summer's already been for a run, had her breakfast, showered, I think that's what Summer, that's the energy Summer gives me, I think. And I definitely think she makes like overnight oats. I think she definitely food preps. I don't know what job these guys would have. I've just realised that these guys are living on their own. I don't know what job they have or what job they would like to have. I don't think Summer is professionally sporty. I think she just enjoys sport. Maybe she's like a sport therapist or something. Or like a masseuse, like a sports, what is that called? A sports massage person? Is that a sports therapist? I don't know. I think I'm just embarrassing myself at this point. But she could be one of those. Maybe we could put her in give her one of those massage tables. That could be a good job for her. And then, what would Travis do? I feel like Travis would work. I almost called him Trav. I think Trav would work in tech for sure. But I don't know what kind of tech he'd work in. Because I feel like you'd give him something like a video game designer or something. But I don't always like to give these guys their dream jobs because it's just not realistic. Like, sometimes people work shitty jobs that they don't really like. Or maybe not that they don't like it, but they don't always... Not everyone has their dream job, basically, is what I'm saying. So I don't always like to give them their dream job, especially the younger ones. I feel like you're starting off in your career and you don't start off at the top, you know? So I wonder what Liberty would be. I really don't know. You'd have to let me know in the comments what you think these guys work as. I am curious what you think. This is her... Oh, we're already moving on to party wear. We are zooming through this, I feel like. And this is just because I'm rambling on, but... This is her party wear. I end up going back and giving her what she wears in her formal outfit. This one. This I end up giving her for a party outfit, and then I switch up her formal to be a bit more, well, a bit more formal. I think I go with this one. Yes, I go with this. Which is really cute. I really like it. And then I give her that, like, styled hair. Cute. And then swimwear. Oh, I just give her a one piece. Yeah, I just give her a one piece and then kind of call it a day and move on. She does... I do think Summer is just one of those girls that's just really nice to everyone. I just don't know how they've ended up all together. I feel like Summer would love her own apartment or something. And it'd be all white, you know, with like really quite modern furniture. I think she's one of those girls that's just everything's white. Everything's clean. And then and then Liberty's like the opposite of that. She's a bit more messy and loves a lot of colour and loves to try new styles and patterns and things like that. I love this outfit. This is the last one and then we're finished, but I love this outfit. I end up giving her the darker blue skirt with that like turtleneck sweater. Oh, cute. So here she is. She is finished. I feel like we've flown through these. Let me know what you think of them. Do you love them? Do you hate them? I hope you don't, but let me know what you think. Let me know if you think we should make their families, what you think their jobs would be, and we will reconvene in the next one. I don't know what we're going to do next, but I'm excited for it either way. I hope you have a lovely evening or day or wherever you are. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll speak to you all later. Bye!